Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to the video here on the channel. My name is Emily. This is the Mediterranean Sea. Behind us there, you see Syria. Those of you fairly up to date on your common affairs will know that recently the reign of Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria for 15 years, has come to an end. The man who got in with a 97% majority is now in exile in Russia. I'm trying to play this far too down the middle. He's a terrible man, but I'm not here to discuss that today. I'm here to look at the Russian Navy's evacuation. So the Russian Navy maintained a port in Syria. They had it under a 49-year lease for free and basically full jurisdiction of the site from the Syrian government, and they use it to base their ships in the Mediterranean. This is the last sort of port that the Russian Navy had in the Med. And obviously, I think they're trying to expand in the Black Sea, but that's sort of got a bit challenging for them. So anyway, they evacuated their ships from the port, given obviously the high probability of issues coming soon. And one of the requests I had was to do a battle. So we've formed up a group here, and I'm going to talk through it. The first ship, which I'm not actually sure should be here. This is a Project 228-100, the Karakurt. This is a corvette, a modern corvette. So my headcanon for why this is here is it sailed from the Baltic Sea and was sort of on training in the area. And given heightened tensions with NATO, it's been assigned to provide additional air defence cover to the group on their transit back to Russia. Next, we've got a tanker, Project 160 tanker Elnia. One of the Elnia's sister ships is actually, or was actually part of the evacuation. There are two fleet oilers assigned to the Mediterranean Garrison. As such, I've included two Project 160s. You can see them there. This is the Admiral Grigorovich. There's one Grigorovich class frigate, I believe, assigned to the Mediterranean Garrison. Notes on this one. This, in terms of air defence equipment, has the SM55Ms and the 9M317Ms. These are long range and medium range SAMs respectively. Now, this is the book system, I believe, that it uses, so it doesn't actually have the S350s, which are the more formidable air defence assets. Next, we've got the Admiral Gorshkov. This is basically a souped up version of the Grigorovich. The Gorshkov, bear with me whilst I check my notes here. I probably didn't use that. Sorry about this, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. This has the fancy air defense system. Oh, I just realised. No, it has a medium range SAM and a long range ASHM. My apologies. I'll go. Yeah, I made a mistake. There's no long range SAM aboard the Grigorovich. Sorry, it only has the book system. This is the Gorshkov, and this has the 9M960s and the 9M100s and the 9M337. So this is a combination of the S350 and the Panzer. It's actually got two Panzer systems on the back. You can see them here. They're basically the Panzer systems minus guns, because I believe the guns are included elsewhere. No, they've got guns as well. I was mistaken. Anyway, that is, and then you've got two of those. And then the last Elnia. So that is the group there. I've included a monolith just to give them surface attack capability, because initially I started this off as a surface battle, but my sort of thinking is that this is actually a very formidable group we've got here. It doesn't look it, but it's incredibly powerful. I don't think NATO could crash sail enough ships to safely deal with that. So what they're doing instead is using air power. Please, please, please ignore the fact that this is a Ukrainian Su-27. I'm using the the current Hill asset pack, and I'm using the Ukrainian one because this is the only one that by default has the capability to launch MELDs. These two Su-27s are playing numerous F-16s from USAF. Basically, they are going to sling all of their decoys at the group. These decoys are basically cruise missiles with no warhead, but an incredibly clever electronic system in them that makes them look like B-52s. Obviously, in real life, they wouldn't be set up to look like that. You can basically set them up to look like whatever you want. They can bob and weave. But for the purpose of DCS, this will confuse or make it look like to the Russians that there is, 40 odd cruise missiles coming at them, and hopefully make them expend 40 or so rounds of ammunition. This will then pave the way, that's awkward, for the B2 Spirits. This definitely is not a B-21 Raider, this is a B2 Spirit. And they are both carrying eight of the new LRASM anti-ship missiles between them. These are stealth anti-shipping missiles, or stealthy, I should say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the attack. I'm just going to manually program a spread of cruise missiles to go over that area. Blam! Just like that, we've got that spread of missiles that's about to be launched. There we go, and I've just replicated that with the ships in the group for the B2s to give the B2s to give them attack vectors. Also, we've got an E3 in the area, just in its cool. It's 1999, and we're going to put it like it's 1999 livery, and he's over the Cypriot mainland. Obviously, this is all a complete other work of fiction, but it's just given on my sort of lore of NATO versus Russia and poking Russia's eyes out. The the base at RF Aquateria has been used for shadow overflights of Gaza, so I don't think it would be entirely unrealistic for them to stick an AWACS out here. The Shadow is a British King Air converter for intelligence operations. No one actually knows officially what they do, and I am not willing to even attempt to comment on that. They are pretty cool though. So this is the flanker. So this is obviously these two flankers are playing about 4 F-16s basically between them. So we're going to see the missiles fall off them. There we go. So it's literally just falls off the aircraft and little wings pop out. An engine starts and it accelerates away. There you go. And now we've got the LRASMs falling out. These, as you can see, are stealthy cruise missiles. So they're dropping down past. They're already going faster. That's worrying. They're already going faster than the MALDs, but they are not visible to the Russian radars yet. These, basically, the best I can describe stealth is it's not you are hidden, you're not a ninja, but you look smaller. So the best I can describe it is if someone throws a tennis ball at you, it's less likely that you're going to see that or you're going to see it later than if someone throws a football at your head. Right. Anyway, you can now. I'm going to hide the aircraft. I'm just going to watch the missiles. Yeah. So we've got LRASMs. LRASMs substantially faster than the MALDs. I hope I haven't messed this up. Yeah, they're doing about 400 knots. They're doing about 600 knots. They're going to get there substantially sooner. Oh well. Hopefully, the Russian response will be much more against the MALDs because they're at medium level. I've also hopefully managed to get to blob and load of the LRASMs out. I'm going to wait for them to get waypoint 1 and then I'll turn them north towards, I'll turn them back towards Aquateria. There you go. So we've got the 9M96 Deltas. This is the long-range SAM from the Grigoroviches. These are the SV50s. A very, very capable air defense. So you can see it's lofting massively. It's going to 40,000 feet because of how far it's going. It's much easier from a drag perspective instead of going to go. So that's what they're doing. They are basically calculating their arc to end where they expect the MALDs to be. So the B2s are going to get turned away, and so are the flankers, because they fired all their MALDs off. See, it just looks like a massive blob of incoming missiles. So they're going to get turned away now. I think they are... No, they've got 3 rounds. I still want them to expand before they turn. 1, go. 1, 2. 3. Set path. There you go. So you got 996. So you're just streaming out all of the capable long-range SAMs. Now, progress update. Look at how many of the MALs have been killed. None of the Lorazms have been touched yet. This might be about to change? Question mark. Nope. So they can't see the Lorazms yet. Part of that is down due to the fact that the Lorazms are extremely low level, whereas the MALs are trying to get shot. They're at 10,000 feet and doing 500 knots. You know, a Lorazms, we could probably... I mean, you could probably just about see the Russian fleet from here if you had good enough eyes. The Lorazms are obviously, so DCS doesn't simulate the curvature of the Earth visually, but it does to sensors. So until we come over the horizon, they can't see us at all. And we're hopeful that up until the point that we get over the horizon, which will probably be about this range ring here, they're going to not have enough time to engage us. So if this was even harpoon strike at this point, we'd be getting nailed. There you go, we've got the short range SAMs coming out now rapidly. These are the 9M100s. This is the short range component of the S350. Or it may even be a Panzer missile, I'm not actually 100% sure. Hang. Look at that rate of closure. You can see the little trails there. We've got another missile. Now, for this to be considered a victory, I'm not even going to say we need to sink all of the ships. But if we damage one ship, which I hope we do quite sincerely, or I may have to remake this and add more. Great, they got all our Lorazms. Okay, go and do that again. Stand by. Just like that, parameters are as before. I've still only got the 4 F-16s played by 2 Su-27s, but I've doubled the number of my V2s. Reason being, in hindsight, I don't think 16 missiles is enough. Even for an undefended group, we want at least 2 hits per ship because these are all pretty big capital size ships. Therefore, it's going to take multiple hits to sink each of them. So I've doubled that up to 4, which gives us 4 times 8. For those playing along at home, that's right, that's 32 missiles. So the missiles are going to start falling off the aircraft. Now I've already programmed the attack. So we're just going to watch the attack unfold. I've also advanced the Su-27s to further ahead. Once again, that's mild, Lorazms falling off the aircraft now. We are going to be counting them out, and that way we know that the correct number of missiles has been launched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna have to count them once they get launched properly. And then you can see the MALs starting to blob. So the MALs are launched. What's the distance here? Where's my tape measure gone? There it is. So the MALs are being launched approximately 70, 80 miles ahead. The reason for that, the logic there is, obviously what we want is we want the missiles to get there first. And you can see they're already being mobbed by the long-range SAMs. Hopefully these guys get their missiles off quick, and then they can turn cold. They will be doing. Now, that appears that all the Lorazms think they've launched. 3... So I've got to manually... Basically, every time you say attack this target, the aircraft only seems to want to launch one missile. I know it needs to launch multiples, but it doesn't seem to believe me. So I've got to attack each target multiple times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So there's still 8 missiles that we need to tell to attack. So we're going to just go 1. Unless it's that aircraft that's turned cold. 2. 3. 4. That should actually, because it looks like each aircraft will launch 1 missile, that should be the fall off of missiles we need. But we shall see. So You guys done your launching yet? No, you haven't. You've still got 4 more missiles on. No, 3 more missiles. Please get those missiles off so you don't get blown up. Or I'm just going to count you as one of the decoys at this point. Unless that B-21's just had an issue and it's going to launch light as a result. Right. I'm done. Turn away. Buster. Low level. Go. Or don't. He is now Winchester. This is the best thing you can do to avoid those incoming missiles. His number 2's not got the note. No, he has now, so they're both turning and accelerating away. Turning and accelerating is again, I mentioned that arc before. What we're doing is we're just trying to, make the missile fly further and go off its arc. As soon as it loses efficiency, it loses efficacy. That's a good phrase, right? Efficacy. So now that the Lorazums are hiding out behind the incoming missiles, we've got a lot more. There you go. You can see first time we've seen it today. This one, the books. This is a book M. This is one of the modernised SA-11s. 9M317 in Russian service. You can see it's so new to my game. The texture's only just loaded. With a little CH logo on the side there. And yeah, we're gonna see that is gonna kill the last of the missiles, but we've also got the last of the. So we've got that wave of Lorazums that was much bigger this time. So they've got much less that they can do to annoy us. So let's put those missiles in. And coming over the horizon, that's about where they start becoming lethal. And missiles can see them now, so you can see so you get 960s launching. And they are 100% PK, usually, or near enough 100%. But that's the long-range missiles gone. We now got the short ranges. So this is one of the naval panzers. Look at that, it came up from below. Wow. 9M3, it's far too little, far too late. So this is the navalized panzer. Pang. Whoa. You see them last second. You just haven't got time to react. Oh. 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 Ha. Oh. Hang on. I want to get on the front of that Gorshkov. That we owe that Grigorovich a beer. Wow. This is very cinematic. Oh. If nothing hits here, this is going to be the most unlucky naval strike in history. I've got a horrific feeling. Oh no, we've had splashes going. So I do need a thumbnail here, so I'm just going to quickly go snip, snoop. We've got ships ablaze now. So this ship is showing damage, but I think so. Most of this is it hurt itself in confusion. Karaka is unharmed. Karakat's now going to pause to rearm. Elnia is unharmed. Grigorovich is unharmed. Gorshkov is going down. That is one of their incredibly powerful service combatants. This is another Gorshkov. Have we got any more missiles we can fire at them, boys? If we can, that would be really great. And then we can turn you cold. Is that what's done it? Have I just... Can we fire our volleys now? Any chance? In which case, we're going to turn you guys cold. Or just ignore my orders, as usual. But alas, what is my diagnosis? So actually, the Mediterranean Garrison... Well, there goes RIP the Elnea. We'll watch the Elnea sink rapidly. The Mediterranean Garrison is actually very formidable. Well, it was, before it became part of the Baltic Fleet. Yeah, and that's not a dig saying it's weak, it's just, it's physically no longer in the Mediterranean as far as I'm aware. With the fall of Syria, the fall of the Syrian government, I should say, the fall of Syria, we're obviously hopeful that it will lead to a better time for the people of Syria because the al-Assad regime, nothing short of awful, but we don't know. But like I say, the Mediterranean Garrison, very formidable in terms of air defence. The S-350 is probably the best air defence system we have modelled in DCS. And if you think of how much we've got, now, okay, is that potentially over-modelled? Possibly. We don't know, because there is, as far as I'm aware, I don't even think they've used it in Ukraine yet, because it's that new. Or if they have, there's actually very limited data on engagements. They're not going, oh, it's 400, oh, yes, yeah. Not aware of any being destroyed. Now, that either means they're putting them in sensible locations and not letting Russian tourists take selfies with them. Stand by one moment. Like this total unit right here. Yes, that S400 suite has since been destroyed. I absolutely love that photograph because it's the most stupid thing ever. Oh, Ivana, let's take a selfie for Instagram. Gets geolocated, gets destroyed. I bet they tagged the location as well. And Ukraine intelligence was like, oh, that's an S400. Zooms in on satellite. Oh, look, there it is. But yes, even the one ship being heavily damaged here, which is, I think they get. To be fair, this isn't like green bar damage. I think there's, you take an LRS, you're very hurt. Of course, the Russians would disagree, and that's your prerogative, quite frankly. But the level of damage we've caused, we've sank one of the fleet oilers, and we've caused them to expend their missiles. They cannot get rearmed. Oh, we've got the last two more LRSs going in. I mean, I fully expect them to be shot down by these 9M100s, but we shall see. Let's see where that pop happened. Oh, so this, and yeah. Oh no, there's more. They finally launched their other missiles. God damn it. They're not launched them blob, so they won't get through. But we'll see. Let it play out. Let it play out to the end. Terminal. Pang. So yeah, and the 9M337s are now attacking the aircraft that refused to turn away. Thanks, guys. This is what a destroyed B-2 Raider looks like. Crew punching out. Unless were they about to go kamikaze on their asses? No, they weren't. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching today. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to more from a regular basis. Until next time, guys, that was my attempt at an attack on the Mediterranean Garrison.